Hey folks, Roland here. Hope all is well with you. I am in Denver, hence my Astros, the winter hat. But I can pull the flaps down. It was 21 degrees in Denver when I took off out of Atlanta, and it became it was 32 when we landed. Snow on the ground. I ain't ready for this damn cold. But that's why I got the thick long sleeve Astro on. I got the hat. I got all that sort of stuff. So I want to do this here. I want to talk about why you must be prepared. Why you must be prepared. If you ask any of my people, you ask any of my staff, they will tell you I am anal when it comes to my equipment. I'm anal. I'm talking about I want to know where my stuff is it in the right place, all that sort of stuff along those lines. That's just how I roll. In fact, if you look at if you look at right now what I have here, I'm trying to see, can I switch this camera around? I don't think I can. But if you do this here, if you see this here, you'll see, I've got, this is my gear bag. Wherever I go, I roll with me. I've got 2 iPads over there. You'll see all of these batteries that are right here. Again, I got the GoPro here. I've got the Revel camera here. Those are 2 HD cameras. I know I've got a Mevo in here, and so I've got that. And then again, I've got 3 iPhones, and then if you look right here, that's really all my show stuff. So I've got 3 portable lights. I've got extension cords, all that sort of stuff. So we got all that sort of stuff like that. So I've got a Canon XA25 HD camera in there as well. So, but what you have to understand is sometimes stuff goes awry, and you got to always have your backup plan, and then you got to have a backup to the backup plan, which is why I'm talking about being prepared, which is also why I'm telling you why I'm so anal when it comes to my gear, because in a moment of crisis, that's when you being anal, you being OCD, you being prepared actually saves your ass. And so this is what happened yesterday. So we're in Atlanta to celebrate the 98th birthday of Reverend Dr. Joseph Lowry. So we're at the Georgia Freight Depot. Henry Peterson, my production guy, he's there. He's handling production. He gets there early. He sets up. He's got our Canon XF405 4K camera. Everything's set up. We utilize the live view technology, which allows us to use the bonded technology to send our signal back to my studio in Washington D.C. in order to do the show. 4 o'clock, everything. No, 3:30, everything's running, testing well, we're connected. All of a sudden, 5:30, he goes to the hotel, he comes back, showers, ain't jack working. It's like, okay, what the hell is going on? Nothing is working. We can't connect back to DC. So here it is, it's now 5:58. And he's like, we cannot connect. We're calling, we cannot connect. We don't know what's going on. We got to go to a plan B. Now, normally my gear stuff is with me, but Henry was like, everything is working. All I need you to do is bring a handheld microphone. That's it. So my gear bag, which is always normally with me, is at the hotel. So I'm like, damn, because I have backups to connect another way. So here we are at the Georgia Freight Depot. It's now 6:03. We're late. Roland Martin Unfiltered is supposed to be live at 6 o'clock. And now it's like, we're screwed. So I step back and I go, just let me think. I then grab my the 10-inch iPad. I have two, and that's the reason. Grab a 10-inch iPad, and I said, Henry, grab this. Now, let me tell you how something would happen. Normally, I don't carry the tripod mount for my large iPad. Normally, I don't carry it. Don't ask me why yesterday morning, before I was headed to the airport, I grabbed it. Next to my garage door at home, I have a rack, and it's like 4 shelves, and it's like a bunch of my gear. So basically, I keep a go kit at home, separate from my office, because when I travel, I don't want to have stuff at the office and I'm here and I'm back and forth. Well, I left it here. No. So I keep a wholly separate remote broadcast kit at home with me at all times. Everything I need, microphones, extension cords, all that sort of stuff. So I grab this thing right here. And this thing here allows me to extend, and so it will hold my iPad. So I grabbed this. I grabbed it to test for something else, okay, but I grabbed it. Praise the Lord, I grabbed it. So here we are, we're stuck. So I'm like, all right, I grabbed this, it's in my bag, and I had it in my backpack. Again, I can't tell you why. I normally don't carry this, but I had it in my backpack, which also meant it wasn't in my gear bag. So here we are. Here we are. There. So we mount this on the tripod. I mount my iPad on the iPad on the mount. I then here's other problem. So the Georgia World Freight Depot did not. The Wi-Fi was awful. It was awful, and it was just. And it's good for just checking, for sending an email or checking a message or text message. So luckily, I have my Verizon phone. I had a MiFi. I got rid of the MiFi. I said, look, just make it a phone. So I carry this extra phone. Always keep it charged. I have a speed test app on my phone where I can test the speeds. Georgia Freight Depot, there's the upload and the download speed was 5.6. And then the upload speed was like 3. Not good enough. Do a speed test with my MiFi. The download speed was 6. The upload speed was 17. That's what I needed because I'm sending a signal. Whew, great. All right, cool. Connect the iPad to the MiFi. Now I got Skype. Now I'm connected. Now we have XLR microphones. Again, I don't have my gear bag. I have a little unit. Where is it? I bought this unit here. So this unit here allows for me to connect an XLR microphone to the iPad. See, two XLRs. I don't have it with me. What do have with me? I have my bag because I was doing some testing for the new iPhone, the iPhone 11. I have this. Basically, that's what this is. I have lavalier microphone. Actually, there are 2, and it allows for me to have 2. I can talk to 2 people at one time. Lavalier microphone, which I can then plug up to my iPad, and I got the little dongle for the lightning. Okay, so now they can hear me back in the studio. Okay, here's the problem. I need to be able to hear them back in the studio because I got guests. Damn. I got some wired headphones. I plug up to the mic to the speaker jack. I'm screwed. I can't hear jack. It's all staticky. I'm like, damn. But backup plan. So I have AirPods. I also have, but the AirPods are white. They hang down. I also got these AMP wireless earbuds at the NAACP Image Awards a couple of years ago, and always got to be charged. They're in my bag. Put those in, you can barely see them. So basically, it's like a hit, and you can't see it. It may pip a little bit, but basically you can't see it. Now I can hear. Okay, but here's the problem. I now got to talk to my staffer on her phone because normally I'm on the live view unit and I'm on Skype when it comes to hearing the show. So I said, fine, put the phone on speaker, turn this TV monitors up in the control room so when the panel is talking, I can hear them. And I said, tell the panelists, when they finish talking, you tell me, go, for me to ask the next question. Look, you got to figure this stuff out. That's how we did the show yesterday. There's an iPad. There was a lavalier microphone. It was an earbud for me to hear. And then that's how I was able to communicate. Okay? That's how we did it. I was literally on Skype on the iPad, call on the phone for me to be able to hear. Okay, that was that. Okay, we still wanted to live stream the program. We couldn't live stream the program from the iPad. Live view unit still not working. Well, we also use a tear deck video. Okay, this is a tear deck video right here. This allows us to connect via HDMI cable. HDMI, they make one where you have an SDI, but it's like $2,000. This is $65.99. It works the same. So this is my backup. So I'm like, yo, we take this here, plug up to the camera. Then again, I'm able to connect via Wi-Fi to my phone. That's how we get our signal out, and that's how we live stream the program. Okay, I want you to think about that. Needed this, I have it. Needed the lavalier microphone, had it. Needed all the backup. Why do I have? Normally we mount a mini teleprompter onto the camera. Well, we couldn't because it's an iPad. So guess what? I had my other iPad for that particular purpose. I'm walking you through all of this because even though I'm the host, I'm also, yes, I'm a tech geek. Okay, I'm a cool tech geek, but I'm a tech geek. But I'm walking you through all of this because I have been out in the field. We've encountered these problems. And when you've encountered these problems, you then got to figure it out. And so I'm all about redundancy and how do we make it happen? How do we get the interview? What do we do? That's what you have to do. You have to think your way through this. You must think about the scenarios that will come upon you where something doesn't work. And so, boom, this is plan A, live view. Okay, you know what actually happened? What happened was there was a power outage in DC. The company that will utilize our internet, they switched over to a second internet provider. The problem is that internet provider was not set up to be able to handle the traffic that we generate through our live view unit because of the amount of video that we're sending into the field. That's why it didn't work. Boom. Okay. I don't have my gear bag with me, so therefore I can't use my video. So the video is my plan B. Boom. Guess what? Now I gotta go to my plan C. Plan C is the iPad or the iPhone, being able to connect via FaceTime or via Skype to be able to send a signal back to the office. Now, you might say right now, this lavalier microphone that I have right here, it's a single lavalier microphone. I have another lavalier microphone, which is a Movo, which has two microphones. You might say, why in the hell you got two microphones? Guess what? I might have a guest. So I don't have the handheld microphone. I can't back and forth. But if I had a guest, I could have taken the other little lavalier microphone, plugged it up, placed it right on the lapel. Booyah. We're in business. I'm walking you through all of this because when you're an entrepreneur, you got to figure it out. You're going to be out in that field and you got to make that thing happen. For me, my grandmother's catering business, we had to learn how to make that thing happen. We were out in the field if we didn't have something. I went to communications high school. You had to figure that thing out. Majored in journalism when I was in college, and I've done this stuff. I've done radio, television, newspaper, magazine, internet. I've done every form of media that exists. You have to be able to figure it out. I've got multiple audio apps on my phone. I've got video apps on my phone as well. Again, if I look at that gear bag, I've got a standard IFB earpiece, but I have that. I've got two. I've got the AirPods. I got the AMP wireless earbuds, and then the Lincoln dealership in Dallas gave me these wireless earbuds as well. Everything is charged. Even I have the Jabra. Is one early one that wrap around your ears that go into your ear. Now here's the piece. Look, you'll see the blue cables or whatever the hell, but it doesn't matter. Does it work? So when it comes to audio, I'm straight. Before the AirPods were gift at the Jeffrey Osborne golf tournament, I had these other different things there because I need to be able to hear. Why does that matter? When I had my TV One show, those Jabra earpieces, guess what happened? We had issues with audio. I was broadcasting from Norfolk State University. We could not hear the audio from the control room. Guess what I did? Put those Jabra earphones on. Put those suckers over my ear, into my ear. Connected via Bluetooth to my phone to the control room. That's how I was able to hear the program. You have to figure these things out. And the problem that I have today is today's generation. They don't think. They don't process. Let me say that again. They don't think. They don't process. When you're out in the field, you don't have time to Google something. You don't have time to look up YouTube. You have to walk through all of the different things and scenarios and say, what exactly is it I need to be able to do to figure this thing out? Same thing, this video right here, okay? We had the plug in, but for some reason, the plug was not staying. This thing was not fully charged. And so I was like, damn, go give me a piece of tape. We plugged the whole deal in, give me the tape, wrap that tape right around here, plug stayed in, we were all good. That happened last night as well. I'm saying all of this because that's how I need people to process. People, if you want to be successful, you're going to have to figure that thing out. You're going to have to go through all these steps, but experience is what takes you through that. But then also planning. So if I didn't grab this, we're screwed. I still could have done it. I had the iPad. It was in my mount, but see, it wouldn't have looked good because I wouldn't have had the shot of the whole room behind me. It would have been on the table and just pointing up this way. Okay, would have been a problem. And so, again, same thing. You walk yourself and you say, if I'm out in the field, if I'm out there doing something, okay, then what's going to happen? What do I do? What scenario am I going to encounter where I might have a problem? And that, folks, is what is most important. When you are an entrepreneur, I don't care even what your job is, if you're not an entrepreneur, you have to figure it out. But you have to plan. You must make sure all of your stuff is where it is. You got to make sure that your wireless devices are charged up. You got to make sure that your backup power is charged up. I've got this other device over there. It's an Omni Charge where it can do wireless charging of the phone. I can also plug an item into it. It has USB. Again, I have that. Why? Because we've been places that I need backup power. I have no extension cord. There's no plug that's nearby. So damn, I need to be able to plug this thing in because that battery is not going to last. Boom, I got portable power. And so I'm saying all of that is because that's the difference between those who are successful and those who are not. If that had happened and I just ran off, oh well, I mean, we not gonna work. I mean, that's exactly what would have happened. We would have been screwed. I would have said, okay, fine, have the person in the studio host the show. Guess what? We have nothing from Atlanta. But being prepared, thinking through, visualizing the scenarios that might exist, having a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C is what matters. Last thing, real quick, you talk about the iPad. Wireless is not stable. Ethernet is. We're at the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. We're in our Comrex live access unit. For some reason, it kept connecting, dropping. I was calm as a cucumber. We were 5 minutes from going live on TV One. I grabbed my iPad, put it set up on a tripod. I also got the connections. I figured it out because you can have an Ethernet connection with an iPad. Yes, you can. I had all the connections, set it all up, connected it right there, and I say that unit is not working in 4 minutes. We're going to do this show from the iPad, which is what we did. You have got to figure it out. And so my challenge to all of you is to do that. Is to think your way through your problem. Process it. Think about the problems that actually may happen, that you may encounter, and then you'll have an answer for it. That's what I'm going to challenge all of you today. Have a good one. Peace out.